All right, so we're not getting any more people on here because that's just not working out well. Chase, what's up, dude? Yeah, Steven, I'm back. Okay, let's just go over some charts. So I was gonna look. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it again, dude. What's up, Matt? So I was gonna look at some metals. I was thinking gold. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Steven, you're back. Toach, I'm all over the place, dude. Man, I'm not the guy to ask about Bitcoin. Like, I use Bitcoin. Where can you find different strategies that work for you? I would recommend doing my training, man. So, I think my training's the best out there, and I think that we have the most awesome trading group there is, dude. And I'm not just saying it because it's mine. I've been in a bunch of groups, and when I was learning, I tried everything, man. So I'm not gonna like sit here and pitch you, but I'd say give us a shot, dude. Trading View is great, dude, but I like MetaTrader 4 on my iPad, so that's what I prefer. Thanks, Toach. Appreciate that, dude. What's up, Jose? Okay, so let's take a look at some charts. Preferred book of trading? Go with the discipline. Just go with psychology books, to be honest. That's good, dude. Jose, keep it up, brother. Okay, so let's go. All my charts came off here. So first of all, let's take a look at what I was saying at the first live. We're gonna take a look at Twitter. So yeah, Chase, you're right. So if you want to go to see who the news sources that I follow, go to my Twitter page. I'm not just trying to boost up my Twitter because, dude, I really don't care. We only have 392 followers, but I do post signals on here, and then I retweet. Dude, Trump looks so pissed right there. Click the link in my bio, man. If you're for MAM info. So FX Macro is a great page for news, for up-to-date news, and there's a lot of stuff going on with the trade war. So tomorrow is going to be huge. And what I was saying in like the first live before we all got kicked off is that, like, it doesn't matter how good your technical analysis is. Like, with the news that's happening right now, I think my trading strategy of using market sentiment, using risk on and risk off is really the most effective. And I think it's been a great week, man. There's plenty of opportunity out there. Euro USD, dollar yen, gold today. So the news is, so that's what I'm talking about. Like, right now you need to be informed about what's going on in the market, and basically what's going on news-wise with the market. And what that is this trade war with China. Tomorrow, everything comes to like a head. Tomorrow, we have the vice minister, I think, of China. Well, let's just read it right now. But what I'm saying is that these trade negotiations are going to end, or they're not going to end tomorrow or Friday. If they don't end tomorrow, then the tariffs that were threatened by Trump on Sunday are put in place, and that means the tariffs are going to go from 10% to 25% on Chinese goods. I mean, this is a big deal. I'm not sure what time exactly. There is no like time folder for this. This is like ongoing trade negotiations, and thanks for hopping on, Matt. Appreciate you, dude. So this is like ongoing trade negotiations, and so it's gonna the market's gonna blow up at some point tomorrow. Like it's gonna get super volatile. And what I was gonna say is this was an interesting tweet. Trade sources tell me where there will likely only be time for one meeting tomorrow between the U.S. Trade and Vice Premier Lao He. It appears that may not be enough time to come to a deal that would pause the increase in tariffs on Chinese imports. Friday, tariffs likely on. So, dude, more than likely, it's looking like these tariffs aren't gonna happen, or I mean, these tariffs are gonna happen, and a trade deal isn't gonna be finalized. And the thing is, Trump wants this trade deal to happen because re-election 2020, and dude, he has a shitstorm of like legal stuff, the Mueller probe, like all kind stuff is not looking good for Trump. I mean, he's so used to this that it's just like another day for him, but it's not looking good, and he needs this huge win with China. So if they bail on this and it's a huge loss, he puts the tariffs in place, the stock market tumbles. We're going to see more continued strength out of yen, dollar, Swiss franc, gold. And gold's a great example, and I think gold will be a great buy tomorrow, especially if the stock market plummets. So let me pull my charts up here. AJ, so if we get a rally in AJ and in the S&P 500, hopefully we'd catch a bounce on that. Like, we're still in Aussie yen. Hopefully this level of support holds. And that all depends on what happens with these trade negotiations. So more than anything, the market, if you notice today, it was super, super, super choppy, but we did catch that Swiss yen. Let me take a look here. Swiss yen, take profits if you're in profits right now. Yen is Japanese, but yen is a safe haven currency. And so that means if the trade deal with China goes haywire, it is a complete flop, it fails, that means the stock market is going to drop big time, the S&P 500. Investors are going to take their money out of the stocks and put it into yen, which is a safe haven currency, thus strengthening the yen. And this is like my number one trading strategy, man. I go over this in the advanced section of my training for the people that are in it. I mean, don't go through the rest of the training, but it builds up to this, is how to trade market sentiment. And it takes time to learn this and to like get a good hang of it. But here we are with the Swiss yen, and we're in a trade right now on here, and we're in a bit of drawdown. So if China misses the negotiation, yen is going to get stronger, most likely, and I will show you that in a minute. So what I'm looking at here on the Swiss yen, for people that are in my in this trade with me and maybe took it from the stories, we have, this looks like an inverted head and shoulders, which it dropped out right here and dropped a little bit lower. But we have, Dominic, if you're still on here, and other people that are in my group, we have a 3 drive here. One drive lower, 2 drive lower, 3 drive lower. And divergence here. Right, so we have divergence to the upside, but we're driving lower. So 1, 2, 3 is the magic number in FX and in trading, and pretty much in the universe. So yeah, I'm I'm buying Swiss yen down here because look at this. We go to the daily chart here. We're in some serious overbought territory. No, man, that's the daily time frame. We were looking at a 30-minute time frame just to illustrate this 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drive. And wow, look at the volume picking up right here. This was at the market open. That was at the market open, but we're getting a huge spikes in volume, which signifies, hey, there's a big move coming. So I'm thinking a move to the upside here would seem very likely. And look at just this straight drop here into some oversold territory. And we're on just a significant level of support here. I'm on the weekly chart here, but look at this. Look at this rejection right here, just to show you how significant this level we're sitting on. So I feel very comfortable with, even though this trade is, it's going to take a lot for this to break. So maybe the trade deal falling apart tomorrow could potentially do that for the yen. But keep in mind, the Swiss franc is a safe haven currency as well. So we could see some significant strength out of it on top of it. So now getting into the S&P 500, and this is what I'm talking about in reference to the trade deals falling apart. Right now we're sitting on the 23.6 level of Fibonacci retracement. You can see how well this held. We're on the backside out of this channel, out of this descending wedge. You can see where this arrow was. This was from the weekly outlook video, I believe. But so what we're looking for is what's going to be huge, and what I'm talking about in terms of these trade negotiations is what happens on here. So we get a move to the downside, and this level, if we break this 2860 level right here, which you can see how it got rejected. And why this level is significant. This is where we have broken above this previous resistance. So that's what we're sitting at now. And you can see we broke out, broke above, and then we broke below, and that was boom, downtrend, right? This was the catalyst. Breaking out of here was the event that caused this massive drop. Now we break below here tomorrow, it's going to be lights out for the S&P 500, which is going to mean we can go to the dollar index. Mark, what's up, brother? We can go to the dollar index. So this is the level I'm looking at for the S&P 500. This is the level I'm looking at, 2860, and from that, all the other yen pairs are, they have some serious downside. CJ is a good example. And this is why today it's really been some kind of hard to say what's going on in the markets, because the market's waiting on the trade negotiations to happen tomorrow. That's why we today in the VIP group, we set our sights on this gold trade right here. Great trade. And you can see we caught a great entry at the top here. And credit to my friend Quan or Qan that he pointed this trade out to me. And look, you can see I've been trading in these zones. If you guys have been following me, this is the same gold chart I've had on here for weeks, right? And so I was talking about it, possibly retesting this X right here, which didn't happen. Let's get it. Yeah, dude. Which didn't happen, but we came pretty damn close, man. And we came here to the 61.8. We hit this resistance, and then boom, huge drop in gold, and it was a great trade. Now, if this is setting up to be quite the range going on here, so say we get that big drop on S&P 500. Say we get the drop below 2860. That's 2865, right around this area. If we break this, what I'm saying is that, yeah, selling the S&P is going to be huge. Also, buying gold and getting a rally back to this trend line is going to be an excellent play. And we're sitting on this miniature little trend line support there. Now, so stocks start to tumble, the trade negotiations, the X-Man. Yeah, thanks, Steven. I actually appreciate that. Trade negotiations fall apart, and investors pull their money out of the stock market and then invest it into gold. And that's the play we're looking for. And that's what I'm going to be looking at tomorrow. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at silver too. There's going to be a lot of eyes on gold. Silver. Oh, JPY is going to strengthen big time. As well as the franc. So, wow, silver is in just a beautiful downtrend here. So what we're going to be looking for here is just another opportunity for a touch of this level of resistance. Because, if we set, I teach this in the course, if we set a trend line here, right? And if you can see this sure looks like it was a false breakout. So I bet a lot of traders that were trading silver saw this, got long, and then got faked out. Sell limit. Yeah, man. Dominic, dude, you're crushing it. Proud of you, bro. For real. So, yeah, great call. Like a sell limit against this trend line. 1490 area would be excellent. That would be a great trade, man. And a rally up. So what we're looking at is all these dollar pairs. The dollar itself is a safe haven currency too. So the thing is, we got to this. It's all about the trade deal tomorrow, and this is when, like I said earlier, it's so important to be on top of fundamental, to be plugged into what's going on. Even, I'm telling you, if you guys are beginners, and I know a lot of you are, dude, just start following people on Twitter. You have no idea what they're saying, but just keep reading it over and over and over again, and I'm telling you, eventually it'll start to sink in. So be plugged in. Like, go to the news sources. Don't watch Netflix tonight, and try to figure out what's happening with this trade deal. Try to learn as much about it and watch and see how the market reacts tomorrow. And hey, if you're a beginner too, maybe stay out of the market, because it could be a wild one, or it could be a big dud. So, I mean, there's a lot of flash to this, and but there's going to be a lot of volatility. And so should we hold out on it, on gold? No, man. I mean, pull some profit. You know what I'm going to say? Pull some profit, stop loss at entry. There's always another trade, right? So we get in profit. What do? Stop loss at entry, pull some profit. There's always another trade. Worst case scenario, it hits a stop loss. On to the next. So, man, I've never broken it down that easy. But if you, Dominic, I know you're a great, fast learner. And you're good at following directions. If you can just follow those directions in a few years, you'll probably be a better trader than me. I'm telling you, man. Easier said than done, but like if you can get in that mindset and swallow that stop loss to entry, pull some profits, and if it hits the stop loss, you're not going to cry about it, and there's no FOMO because there's always another opportunity in the marketplace, dude. I mean, that's the best way to look at it. So tomorrow there's going to be tons of opportunity. I saw somebody on there asked about Euro USD. You know, I'm bearish Euro altogether pretty much, and we're still in a sell here. Well, yeah, see you, Matt. Take it easy, brother. I was looking at silver, Dapper James. Looking at silver, 1490 sell limit. Just leave it on there and forget about it. It'll probably work out pretty well for you. So, just like EuroCAD, I'll probably go to EuroCAD. I mean, we have a little triangle going on here. However you want to frame it. But, you know, we're in a tight little trading range here. Swiss yen, I went over it earlier. We're at a huge level of support, and I feel pretty okay with it being there as long as it stays there. So, EU has been slow in general, dude. I mean, look at this. Not my favorite pair to trade, to be honest. Because it's just been grinding lower, and so really as long as we don't get a huge move to the upside on the euro and some crazy dollar weakness, I think the risk is lower. We're gonna have to break out of this like jail of resistance here that we're in, and you can see how jailed up it is, right? So it's straight up locked up. EU is locked up right now, dude. It's in the hole. So, but we get that negative news. Depending on what happens on the trade deal tomorrow, we could get some serious dollar strength or serious weakness. But until we break out of this little pattern, you know, we caught 20 pips here. So I think the risk is to the downside. UJ, I think UJ looks like a great buy. So we've had some huge breakdowns, and look at that. If you guys remember on my weekly charting video, I put that we're gonna hit this level right here. Like, I haven't touched this chart. I haven't even opened it on my iPad since then. And look where we're at. Just straight out rejection and drops. So we had a nice little recovery here, but we haven't been able to close this gap. So I'm thinking something like this on UJ looks like a pretty good scenario, depending on what happens tomorrow. Man, we've done a lot. So go to the Ronin History channel on Telegram, and you can see all our different trades because it's all listed there. Yeah. So thanks for all the hearts, man. Appreciate it. So basically, to summarize, it's a huge day. The next 24 hours are going to be crucial, man. So I think that I've been doing video requests with people. Yeah, I am, brother. Buying CJ as in Swiss yen at the current support level. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be crazy, man. So, to summarize, it's going to be, depending on what happens with the trade negotiations tomorrow, this little level that we're at right now, if we hold here, then maybe get a move to the upside, that's going to be a big deal and create some more risk on sentiment. The trade deal falls apart and tariffs are put in place for Friday. And if we break this 28.65 level, it is all she wrote to the, I think, to this 61.8 retracement right here. And you know what? I'll post this on my Instagram page for everybody. Dollar Swiss, I think it's at some resistance for sure. And I think the Swiss is due for some strength, big time. So I'm going to post this on my page, and what I was getting at is if we break this level right here, that blue line, I think next stop is the 61.8. And if that happens, I expect a big move to the upside on gold here, depending how the dollar reacts to the news tomorrow. So Brandon, that was the S&P 500 stock index for the US. I've been doing the request for people to be in the video, man. So, and it hasn't worked out yet. We got 3 frozen screens. So we're going to be watching big time what happens with the trade deal tomorrow. So it's not all about what happens with the technical analysis. Will only get you so far whenever there's some news like this. This is like you know, I'm not going to say once in a lifetime because dude, this shit happens every single day with Trump in office, but we've been in such a consolidated level of volatility. This is going to be the catalyst, hopefully, to, man, supercharge things. If you guys have been following my page, if you're in my VIP group, you know that the past 3 weeks have been pretty epic, right? You know, give me some hearts if you think so. I've been doing pretty well, and we're recovering some good ground, catching some pips, getting some good profits, and tomorrow's kind of like it's the climax to this. Or there's some hearts. Thank you. I think that was Lisa. Appreciate it. There we go. The thing is that Trump, the whole everything has been pumping this market for months based on this trade deal, and it's about to possibly end tomorrow, and everything's either going to break or it's going to be a huge flop. So depending on what happens with that, we're going to be trading yen, we're going to be trading gold, we're going to be trading the Swiss franc. If it falls apart or if say a trade agreement is reached and the stock market rallies, we're going to be looking to buy Australian dollar. New Zealand, definitely, I think Euro is going to be the benefactor for that. And who knows with CAD. Actually, the Euro CAD trade, I still like that trade that we're in too. So, yeah, so Lisa, what's up? Do you have a question? People just tend to say, let's do it. It's been good. Let's kill it tomorrow. Yeah, you know, so what I'm saying with this is so the trade news, Mark, man, I don't know if there's like a set time for they're going to be like, hey, we've come to an agreement on trade or not. Nobody's you would think they'd be meeting with Trump, but they're just meeting with, let me see, I had it pulled up on my Twitter. It's only Vice Premier Liu He, I don't know how to say it, Liu He, Vice Premier, So when it was going to be the whole Chinese trade delegation, the whole Chinese delegation coming for this, it's only one person, and they are only meeting with U.S. trade representatives. So you would think if there's going to be a huge agreement come to, that it would be like the whole crew there, but it's not. So I don't know, there's no set time. So, you know, having your notifications on from Twitter on Live Squawk would be huge. FX Macro, those are two news sources from Twitter's that I have my notifications on. So cool, yeah, and that's the best play. And what we want to do is we want to try not to anticipate this too much, and we want to react to what's going on, because it could be a big fake out. This could all be a huge the squawk channels are awesome, man. GU there, Angelo, what's up, man? GU, there is so much news around Brexit and Theresa May right now. I think it's best to stay out of GU, to be honest. All right, everybody, thanks for hopping on, and I appreciate your support. And let's get it. Let's crush it. Let's kill the rest of this week. And I appreciate all the people in the VIP group. We have an amazing group out there. So if you're not in there yet, man, I hope you can be a part of it. And let's crush it. Stay tuned for more updates. Adios. See ya, Toach. Enjoy the training, dude. Peace.